Welcome to the Whitwam Wealth Real Estate Podcast. Today's episode, Rewriting the Lens, Turning Challenges into Catalysts.
Welcome to the Whitwam Wealth Real Estate Podcast with Scott Whitwam, your blueprint to financial abundance. Settle in as we explore the mindset and methods for wealth building through real estate.
Welcome back. I'm Scott Whitwam. Today's episode is Rewriting the Lens, Turning Challenges into Catalysts. Today, our topic is something we all face, and that's challenges. But not just the challenges themselves. It's how we view them. Because it's not always the challenge that shapes your life, but rather the meaning you assign to it. Today, I would like to help shift that meaning. First, let's talk about framing. Consider the last time something in life didn't go your way. Something that fell apart. It may have made you feel stuck. It's possible that you just wondered, why is this happening to me? That's the moment right there. That's where perspective is born. We tend to label challenges in life as problems, as obstacles, as things that block us and hold us back. What if they're not roadblocks at all? What if they're signals that something needs consideration? Something needs growth. Something needs to change. Challenges are not necessarily the end of the road. They're simply a source of information. And when you begin to see challenges that way, you stop resisting them and you start using them to grow. Second is the power of perception. The power of perception. We can explore this idea even deeper. Consider how two people can go through the exact same life event. One may see it as a failure, and the other sees it as an opportunity. One feels defeated, and the other feels determined. A few years ago, there was a real estate reset, more commonly known as a crash. One person who lost a home through a foreclosure exclaimed, "I will never take this risk again. It is much better to be a renter." And the other person exclaimed, "I need to figure out how to buy these foreclosures. They will be worth a fortune in the future." See, both lost a primary residence, and they each perceived the problem or challenge differently. Same event, different lens. Your mindset is the filter through which everything passes, and that filter is something that you can adjust. Not overnight, not perfectly, but intentionally. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Try asking yourself, what can I learn from this? This single positive shift can change everything. Number 3, reframing challenges. We can take a common example. When you try something new and it doesn't work out, your first thought could be, I'm not good at this. However, you could reframe it to, I'm learning what doesn't work yet. This is called the Edison method. I've had that many times in life. There's a lot of things that I've done. When I first started dirt bike riding, I thought I was the worst, but then I was riding with somebody who rode for competitions. So of course I wasn't any good. He'd been riding for 20 years. See, we can't compare ourselves to other people. We need to reframe our position and understand that we are learning what doesn't work. Every crash, every wrong turn, every time I put my foot in the wrong location, every time I leaned the bike the wrong way, it was about what doesn't work, the Edison method. You see the difference? One closes the door when challenges knock. The other keeps it open in case challenges bring an opportunity, right? So when the door knocks, you can decide to keep it shut. Nope, it's a challenge. Or you can say, man, I'm going to keep this door open so when the challenge does knock, maybe opportunities with them and I can invite opportunity in. Challenges are rarely enjoyable. For the person wishing to grow, they are necessary. They stretch you, they refine you, and they reveal your mindset. Strength doesn't come from doing what's easy. It comes from lifting heavy weights. It comes from doing the difficult. Number 4, the growth edge. Challenges sit on the edge of your current capacity. That uncomfortable feeling, that uncertainty is the growth zone. It's the place where you desire to quit on what should be, on who you used to be, and on the things you haven't done yet. But if we stick with this, if we push forward, this can be the place where you become the person that you want to be. And yes, it can feel uncomfortable, and it's the place where transformation happens. Transformation happens in the uncomfortable. Instead of avoiding that growth edge, how about we lean into it? Number 5, emotional honesty. Viewing challenges positively doesn't mean ignoring your feelings. You're allowed to feel frustrated, overwhelmed, and even discouraged. That's human. Just don't stay there. Feelings of frustration don't have to define the outcomes. You can feel anything and still choose how you respond. Pause, breathe, acknowledge what you're feeling, and then firmly ask yourself, what am I going to do with this? How you respond is where your power lies. This is meant to be the catalyst for change. Number 6, the story you tell. We all develop stories that we tell ourselves. Stories about what things mean and what things that we're capable of and about what is possible. The challenge we face often triggers those stories. For most, those stories are negative, destructive. I always mess things up, right? See, that's a negative, destroying type reaction. It's too hard. So you've told yourself that, why even try? I'm not ready. See, that's saying that I never will be ready. But here's the thing. Those stories are not facts. They're simply your perception. And you have the ability to rewrite them, to change challenges into catalysts. We should try this approach instead. This is a new opportunity for me. This challenge is strengthening me. I have the ability to work this out. See, same situations, but you have a different story. And the new story creates a new experience. Number 7, building resilience. Every time you face a challenge and you choose to engage with it, you build resilience. Not by engaging the challenge perfectly, but by facing it with optimism. Resilience is not about never struggling. It's about continuing and moving forward anyways. And over time, those small moments of persistence add up. They create confidence, the kind of confidence that says, I can handle whatever comes at me. And that kind of confidence is powerful and life-changing. Number 8, a practical shift. The next time you face a challenge, pause, take a breath, and ask yourself 3 little questions. What is this challenge asking of me? What is it that I can learn from this? And what is the one step forward I need to take? See, keep it simple. You don't need all the answers, just a direction, because clarity often comes after action. Number 9, the long view. Often the value of a challenge is not immediately visible. It might take days, weeks, and even years. Soon you will look back and see that specific moment the challenge became a catalyst that changed me. The things that felt like setbacks often become turning points. They redirect you, they reshape you, and sometimes even reveal opportunities you wouldn't have otherwise seen. When you're in the middle of something difficult, remember this. You're in a season and not in your entire story. So let me close with this and leave you with this thought. Challenges are not here to stop you. They're here to shape you. The way you view challenges will shape you. Your next difficult is your catalyst for growth. You've got this. You can do this because you were made to succeed. That's all for this episode. If you found value in today's episode, be sure to subscribe, leave us a review, share this with another investor who needs to hear it. Thank you for joining on this episode of the Whitwam Wealth Real Estate Podcast. Be sure to check out our previous episodes on real estate related investing topics. I'm glad you're part of our growing real estate and investing community, and you can always find us the Whitwam Wealth Real Estate Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart Podcasts, YouTube, or wherever you enjoy listening to podcasts. This is Scott Whitwam. Be sure to join me on our next episode of the Whitwam Wealth Real Estate Podcast, where we're wealth building through real estate.